guys, welcome to my channel. It's Fiery Moon, and I'm here to do a counterpart twin flame energy checkup. I'm seeing what's going on in the energy with the masculine and the feminine. Know that, you could be, the masculine or the feminine, or this could also be the energy going on within the masculine energy within you. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. Know that, like I said, it could be vice versa or interchangeable. And know that time is fluid, so you could, be ahead of this energy. You may be currently with the energy, or, this may be energy to come for you. So, don't get caught up in the gender or the timing. But, we're just going to see what's going on between the masculine and feminine energies. So, I'm starting out with the animal spirit deck, which I'm going to get just an animal spirit for each, the masculine and the feminine, for, what they currently may be feeling. Just their current overall energy. So, with that being said, I'm gonna jump in and see what messages need to come through today for the collective as it pertains to the counterparts. What's going on? Two more. And then we're gonna jump in. I'll do the masculine on this side, the feminine on this side, and I'll get one for the energy of the connection itself. So let's see. Show me the current energy of the masculine energy. Oh. Give me one for the feminine energy. What's the feminine energy, the current energy of the feminine? What's the current energy of the feminine? I just heard, just minding my business. Oh my God. And give me one for the connection. Ooh. So bottom of the deck we have starfish, which, the first thing I got as soon as I looked at it was like an energy of, healing. It's giving me, the star energy vibes. So I feel like, overall, the energy is being healed. Yes. And look, we have the bee up under that. Which is telling me, like, it's almost giving me an energy of, like, whatever is, whether it's the healing of the masculine and feminine energy within you, or within, if this is playing out with another person, because the twin flame and counterpart journey is you have to come into, balance with your masculine and energy for yourself. And once that happens, it, may play out with another person as well. So if it's making me feel like there is a healing going on right now for both the masculine and the feminine to move, this connection forward with this bee energy. The bee energy speaks to, like, you know, it's almost giving me like royalty vibes. And I'm also getting, for some odd reason, commitment. So whether this is, you know, the healing is being done, you know, for the actual physical union, but it could also be like for, you know, through a commitment you made to yourself, you know, to almost be better, whether you're the masculine or the feminine. But what came out for the masculine, and it did come out reverse, but I don't read these in reversals, is the cobra. So I'll acknowledge it in the reverse, but I read these upright. And what it feels to me, especially with the masculine right now, is like ready to, you know, take some type of action. You know, I feel it is, you know, fire energy. And, you know, like cobras are ready to, you know, this cobra especially, you see this flared out, you know, it's ready to strike. So that's what's giving me the energy of ready to take some type of action with the masculine energy. There's some type of fire that's fueling this masculine, you know, internally. And I also feel like a, you know, a focus, like it almost feels like, you know, has the target in sight, knowing what they want, and are ready to go after it. Now, because it did come out in the reverse initially, I will say that, you know, some of them are maybe a little hesitant with that energy, but with all of this fire, you know, color behind them, they're, you know, some of them are ready, but some of them are, I almost feel like maybe trying to even hide that. And for the feminine, we have the camel, which is fire energy as well, but it's giving me that energy with the water, because we know camels, you know, hold in that water. And what it's making me feel is like I said, when the card came out, I heard just minding my business. So it's like they're both in the same energy, elemental wise, the fire energy. But I think with the feminine, her, like, she's just holding her stance in a way. And I'm only saying her just for the purposes of the reading, but this could be a woman, this could be a man. It's just the energy. But it does feel like almost some type of balance. I almost feel like the feminine is like, especially with this moon here, is like in a knowing that the masculine is in this energy as well. So it's like they're matching energy, but where the masculines might be showing externally and, you know, maybe a little more prominent, the feminine is like, I just feel so subtle. Like that fire is burning too, but it's almost like she's just trying to keep emotionally in check. And with the moth, for the energy of the connection, this moth energy does speak, you know, of transformation, you know, coming out from this dark energy and, you know, rising. So like I said, the energy is almost, again, with this starfish being, you know, transformed between the two to like almost emerge, like come out. I like it. So, you know, we're gonna dig a little bit deeper and see what the tarot has to say. This is the Radiant Wise Tarot deck. So in regards to this energy and spread, what messages do we need for the counterpart collective in regards to this energy and spread? if this is all you and it's not playing out with another person, it's almost like the transformation happening is like whatever type of healing you're doing with this starfish energy, it's like, I almost feel like realigning your masculine energy, your masculine and feminine energy, where, like I said, I feel like a subtleness off of this feminine energy over here with the camel. It's like you are like putting both in their place, where the feminine could be, you know, feeling that fiery, passionate, you know, action-oriented energy through this water element of the camel that I'm feeling here. It's allowing her to just like sit back. And with the cobra for the masculine energy, it's allowing you to, you know, use the masculine energy for what it's for, to take action and, you know, that willpower and drive. And that's what's being transformed within you with that moth energy. So, the masculine and the feminine counterpart energies as it pertains to this way. Ooh. Like I already said, like that, this is just the bottom of the deck, but that masculine energy is focused, like, in this Three of Wands, knowing what they want, looking, you know, towards the future, and with that Wheel of Fortune, you know, if they're ready for this wheel to turn, feel that heavily. Heavily. Alright, so why is this cobra here for the masculine? Why is this cobra here for the masculine? So confirming that, wait, let me do this first. We got the Four of Wands, the High Priestess, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hangman. So this Hangman, again, is giving me, you know, that, you know, it's an energy that's looked at as like stagnation. But I feel like coupled with this Cobra energy, it's almost like, you know, he's just perched, not taking any action, but knowing where his sights are set as this Hangman. But with the Four of Wands and the High Priestess, I feel like I'm getting a lot of energies. Because the Four of Wands, you know, that represents a home or just, you know, a stable foundation, whatever it may be, but it's balance. But it feels to me, you know, like a home. Maybe they are, you know, getting some type of insight, or they have received some type of insight with this high priestess energy in regards to, you know, maybe the type of home they want. Because coupled with this Five of Wands is the only thing that's making me feel like some of them may be in another connection, but it's some conflict going on there. And it's like, as this Cobra energy, they want out. Or maybe they're trying to figure out a way to come out of it. This Five of Wands, like I said, could be, you know, conflict either with, if this is another person. But for some of them, it could also be just within themselves. On how to, like, how, if they were to take some type of action, how would they, like, almost provide and take care of themselves. And I'm also getting, like, how can I put this, like, because this high priestess is giving me, like, the divine feminine energy, like, because I also feel like this high priestess could be a person. And they're in some type of conflict over this person. Internal conflict. But you guys know we're going to clarify. But let's take a look at the feminine. Why is the feminine here? Or the camel here for the feminine? Excuse me. Why is the camel here for the feminine? Why is the camel here for the feminine? One more. Yes. Ooh, all right, so for the feminine, we have the Eight of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Hermit, and the Eight of Pentacles. So really it's just confirming that camel energy that I felt of, wow, feminines. Of, like, basically, like, it feels to me like, you know, the Eight of Cups is an energy of, like, you know, leaving what no longer serves you and, you know, heading off on, you know, it feels like to me like the feminine is just moving along according to her journey that's being guided by spirit. And with the Eight of Cups and the Six of Swords, it's like, it's almost like there's no going back. Like, I am embracing almost, I feel, my journey and continuing to, like, work on me with the Eight of Pentacles. Some of the feminines could be traveling or, like, moving for a job opportunity, which I feel that. But look at the bottom of this deck. For the feminine, we have the Ace of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. This is where the feminine is going. A whole new beginning with emotional, physical, spiritual, like, abundance. I don't even think that, you know, she sees it yet with this Two of Swords. I don't think that she's, realizing where she's headed. It's also just, making me feel like this hermit, I'm gonna clarify it, but because we have, the hermit carries, shines the light with the star energy. It's almost like the work that the feminine has done, it's almost like, because I feel the spirit all over this hermit, is like it's lighting the way for this masculine. So as we're gonna look at the energy of the connection, why is the moth here? And like I said, this could be all within you, where you have like your stable and your feminine energy. So it's showing the masculine energy the way forward to come out of this conflict and actually take some type of action, because the 4 of Wands to the 5 of Wands is that Ace of Wands, but the Ace of Wands is with the feminine, if that makes sense. And it's almost like what I'm seeing also is what you've worked on, feminine, that Ace of Pentacles, it's like the masculine is like trying to figure out, how can I do that for myself? Or they're seeing that the way out of conflict is by I know it sounds crazy, is by, you. And that's like literally and figuratively. Because some of them are avoiding, if this is all within like a masculine or a feminine. Their feminine side could be, if it's a masculine's feminine side, they could be avoiding trying to put in the work needed for this healing as the star. But there is an energy here of trying to figure it out. But what's the mutual energy of the connection? Mutual energy of the connection. Let me just make some space. Alright, so we have the 4 of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups, and the 6 of Pentacles. So what I feel is like for the connection, first of all, this 4 of Pentacles is letting me know like it's being protected, for one. But this is also like the masculine energy, like I said, for some of them that are still like avoiding actually doing the work. They're wanting, this reconciliation with the 3 of Cups, but not really sure how to, with the 6 of Pentacles, like make it like a even, give and take. They don't know how to like balance this out. And it's like they, it's fear on the masculine side, you know, causing them to not want to take this leap of faith as the fool. But it's like just due to, you know, that Five of Pentacles, that lack mentality, that feeling like they're gonna be hurt. And again, like I said, they're trying to, you know, it's like they're holding back, investing in their own healing as the Star. And for some of them are like, they're like, how can I invest in, you know, the feminine who is in this energy? What do I have to offer? But it's due to, you know, toxic people, places, and things that they have almost like aligned themselves with. That they, you know, they feel, it's almost like it's giving me an energy of feeling like they don't deserve this feminine. So they're just holding back. And like I said, for some of you, if they're in another connection with this devil energy, you know, it could be an actual like marriage or, you know, commitment, but it's, you know, it's a toxic bind or bond. And with the Four of Cups, you know, it's something that they're not happy in. And for some of them, they're feeling like being in this energy, because it could be with a job, a person, place, or thing with this devil energy. But if they are like with another actual person, they're discontent, and their value systems are so rooted in this devil energy. It's like they're like, they know that they're missing this opportunity, but some of them can't seem to get past it. But I almost feel like with the masculine energy showing up as this King of Wands, they're like looking at this pattern. And it's almost like they want to take action, but it feels weird, like they just keep reverting to the past. But for a lot of them, they're coming into that awareness of those past patterns, because that's what that Six of Cups is. So let's take a look. We're going to look at this Five of Wands. Tell me about the Five of Wands. So with the Five of Wands, we have the Sun and the Four of Swords. Which again, the Sun is, you know, in this instance, is feeling like some type of exposure. Like something being shown to them, something that they're actually seeing. And, you know, what they could be seeing, or, you know, what could be coming into awareness is like this internal conflict that they're having within themselves, and you know, and it's due to their self-worth. And with the Four of Swords, it's like they're just sitting in it. But like if they're with another person, it's almost saying like they keep trying to create some type of balance with this person, but their intuition is also telling them with this High Priestess that all is like producing is this Five of Wands, this conflict, which is creating a block from that Ace of Wands, you know, a new beginning. So what's being exposed to them is, you know, the conflict, and saying like it needs to be, you know, almost like put to bed. Like the connection, like for some of them, they need to take their power back and step into this Nine of Wands or Nine of Pentacles energy. which is for some of them, you know, if they're in another relationship or even a job, is to separate themselves, really. And some of them are trying to do, you know, manifest their way out into independence. Because maybe like stability for, you know, this person is just monetary. But they, you know, they know this. That's why they're just standing there. Because now, even off of this Cobra, I'm getting like shocked at what they may have seen or maybe seeing. So it's almost like, and it's so crazy. I was just watching Harry Potter, and it was the one where they, you know, get petrified. And, you know, that energy is just like, that's what I'm feeling like. This masculine is petrified. But let's take a look at the Hermit for the feminine, because like I said, that's either, you know, like I feel heavy is like the feminine is being guided by spirit on this journey and just focused and continuing to work on themselves right now. But it could also be like she's being a, you know, a guiding light. She or he is being a light for this masculine. So what's the Hermit? Tell me about the Hermit. You cannot make this shit up, son. So with the Hermit, we have the Six of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Now we have the King and Queen of Pentacles out here. It's at the bottom, the Knight of Wands. Yes. Because the Six of Pentacles is like, you know, it is that, you know, soulmate energy, but it's also looked at as like, how do you say, you know, past patterns and cycles with this. So what's being shown to the feminine is like this feminine has like walked away from, you know, past patterns, you know, whatever wasn't serving her emotionally, which helped build up her masculine energy into this King of Pentacles, because she was shown what she needed to do to become more stable and solid and solidified in her masculine energy. So now she's just working on that, you know, both using both of those energies, utilizing them both. But for some of them, it's like they're being used as almost like a guiding light and highlighting these past patterns within an actual masculine. And what that is doing is causing, you know, it's almost like the feminine to, you know, quickly step into this energy of the Empress, but it's also making the masculine want to like run towards him. That passion is still like, it's like I feel like pulling the masculine, if it's a physical person, in. Because like I said, I do feel like this High Priestess is, you know, could have been, like, it felt to me like that divine feminine energy. And for some of you, that is the case. Because we do have the Hermit and the High Priestess. So you, like I said, you could be showing this to this masculine. And for some of you, you could be showing this to this masculine, and they're with a feminine in this Queen of Pentacles energy, and it's causing, you know, conflict. It's almost like within him, like, what's the words? Like, the energy that the masculine wants to go after is with this High Priestess. And if they're with, like I said, another person, they're seeing the conflict of that connection. And it's like, it almost feels like a comparison. Because what's being exposed to the masculine through this High Priestess is that's the piece needed to end this conflict. But if it's, you know, what's being shown to them through this Queen of Pentacles energy is like putting it to rest. Give me one for the Four of Swords. Just because I feel that. Yeah. And if they're just with somebody else, it's almost like they need to put that, you know, the connection to rest, honestly, and, you know, honor themselves with the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles by being independent. And if it's like I said, if they're seeing it through, you know, the lens of the High Priestess, it's showing, you know, this High Priestess, whether it is, you know, the actual divine feminine, the way to end this conflict, to get to this happy place in peace. It's almost like with this Ace of Cups, like the love. It's through the love that this feminine has shown to herself. But it's almost like they're afraid of that independence. They're afraid of this feminine who is standing in this energy. But by them being in that, they're holding up the connection with the Hangman and the Lovers. But, ooh, look at this. It's almost like where I feel like this masculine may want to, you know, like is running. We seen that Seven of Swords. Spirit is like pushing them like, no, you got to, you know, step into your power. If you want to balance it out with this High Priestess. Or you need to take your power back and like separate from this Queen of Pentacles energy. Which could be a job, it could be a boss. It doesn't have to be relationship. But for some of them, it is an actual person. So then we're going to just look at the Four of Pentacles to see what is keeping this masculine back. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles. Give me one more. So we have the Magician with the Ace of Wands, which is telling me like the masculine is afraid of their own power. And the Ace of Swords is literally saying like that needs to be cut out. That holding back, afraid to, you know, separate from that almost. But it's also like, how can I put it? Like, I don't know why I feel like that. Like this, like, it's almost like being afraid to, manifest their truth, like manifest from their authentic self. It's almost like they feel safe in this energy, but it also leaves them like in this Seven of Cups, Five of Swords energy. And emotional confusion and, feeling defeated. So with that, with this Magician in there, it's like, no. Even though this Four of Pentacles is the energy of the connection, like I say, for the connection, I just feel like it's being, protected right now. Because, like, what's being, almost transmuted is this energy of feeling, emotionally clouded, not knowing what to do, which way to go, and, that Five of Swords feeling defeat behind it. It's almost like the transmutation is like, no, you're gonna, the only way to manifest is by way of truth. So that's like the transmutation that's going in. You don't manifest from a place of safety and security, based on that logic. Wow. Wow. And they know, like, it's almost like I'm getting an energy of vulnerability as well. Because in order for what they're wanting, because they're looking at this Three of Cups and the Three of Cups and the Six of Pentacles, wanting that come together with the masculine or with the feminine, but not sure, how they can get it. So it's like transmuting the energy of this Four of Pentacles is the only way to manifest. Like, they know this is like, they have to be honest and real with themselves and stop, looking at it through an illusory and, almost egotistical lens. And that's how, the balance will come in with justice. But we're gonna go ahead and get the guidance or advice, which is gonna be an empowering question for both the masculine and the feminine. So let's see. What do we need in regards to this energy and spread? And there's so many pentacles out here, but as far as actual signs, because everybody's here. But I have Cancer, Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, and Virgo again. And air is out here. The prominent signs are Cancer, Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, and yeah, Gemini, Virgo. For the masculine and feminine energy as it pertains to the spread. I'll do one more. All right, give me one for the masculine. One for the masculine. Masculine got two. Ooh. Jesus. Take that. And give me one for the feminine. I didn't expect it to be that much. Give me one for the feminine energy, please. The feminine has two. All right, so for the masculine, is there something I should let go of to be able to move forward? Which is confirming that Four of Pentacles energy. And then it says, what kinds of situations do I avoid? What does this evasion say about my previous experiences or beliefs? And then we said, what does it say? How would I want people to remember me when I'm no longer here? These are all good for the masculine. Really good questions. Because I felt that avoidance here. There is something, is there something that you need to let go of? Whether it's a person, place, thing, or feeling with that Four of Pentacles, because that's coming through heavily for the masculine. And how would you want people to remember you when you're no longer here? And this is not saying like something's gonna happen to the masculine, none of that. But what impact are you gonna leave on the world? And for the feminine, it says, what kind of advice on life would I give? Oh, hold on. What kind of advice on life would my old self give to my current self? And then we have, what would happen if I didn't try to control my future? So the feminine is just like, I feel like in an energy of, reflecting. And I believe like for the majority of you, you're seeing what happens when you just decide to like let go, surrender, and, focus on moving forward. We've seen that Ace of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups and the the Ace of Wands with the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles as the overall energy when these cards came out. And it's like, I believe like the feminines are seeing what happens when you do that, when you just literally just do you and, mind your business. For some of you, because that's just what I'm getting. And we're going to get one for the connection, and then that'll be the reading. Give me one more. I like that. I really like that. Oop. Oh, my cards on the turn around. Alright, so for the connection, it says, what are my best qualities? And this is something that the masculine and the feminine like have to, you know, or can ask in regards to the connection, if it's playing out physically with another person or if it's you know, playing out for you. It almost feels like your best qualities, both from the masculine and feminine, are what you have to, you know, share with each other. But you have to know, like, it's almost like, the best way I can explain it is like, the best qualities within you both are what each other needs for the other, if that makes sense. Where the feminine may be a little more sure in what she has to offer, the masculine, I almost feel like is scrambling, like trying to figure out, well, what do I have to offer? How can I measure up? And sometimes, you know, masculines, I will say, the only things that, the best qualities that you both have are showing up as who you are. The masculine just has to step into it and stop almost doubting or being afraid of the best qualities within them. It doesn't have to be based in material things. It's not about that. And for the feminine, like I said, I feel like the feminine is showing the masculine, like, we can still be solid individuals and who we are and still be able to teach and bring things to combine with the other. And it's almost like the masculine is cut off from that mindset, because a lot of the things maybe in their past were based on, you know, material things. And some of the best qualities, you know, they can't be brought. They are within you. And then we have, what is my biggest dream and what can I do today to move closer to that dream? So again, this is something that, you know, in regards to the connection, even if it's with yourself or with another person, like I keep saying, what do you want? And I think, you know, a lot of you know what you want. You want that legacy. You want that love. You want that family. You want that, all of that good stuff. But it doesn't come by watching and waiting and being ready, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it for the masculine energy, and then never do it. For the masculine, you just have to do it. And for the feminine, she's learned, you know, or will be learning, depending on where you are, that in order to get what you want, whatever your dream is, whatever it is, you have to focus on you and then put in the action to say, like, I'm not, what do they say? How does that quote go? The latter days will be greater than my former. The masculine or the feminine is learning that, or has learned that. And the only thing you could do is, like, you can't dwell on the past. You can't drag all of that shit with you. You have to be ready and serious. And both of these are cards of movement, but it's movement forward. The 8 leads to the 10. And the 6 is almost like being at peace with that. But the feminine knows it requires work, energy, and effort. So yes, I like this. I always say I love this. I loved it, but this was good. This was definitely good. So that is the counterpart checkup for today. You know, I don't do these too often, but sometimes I feel it, and I had just been getting a barrage of songs. These last, between yesterday and the day before, like I was getting so many songs, and you know, that's how I, you know, am noticing how to, you know, well, I've noticed that's how I am basically guided to get the messages out for the collective when it's, you know, when it's needed. When it's needed. I'm not just gonna, you know, pull on it, but I did get, I got Marvin Gaye's Distant Lover last night, and I got, oh my God, what is the name of that song? I should have wrote it down, but I was in my bed. Yeah, it was Marvin Gaye's Distant Lover, and then, oh my God. I can't even remember what it is right now. If I remember, I'll link it down at the bottom. But I did get, it was Marvin Gaye just came out of nowhere and just started playing so loudly in my head. And I'm like, why do I keep getting all these old songs? But, you know, a lot of us are old souls. So, and especially if, you know, the way that I grew up, you know, we would listen to these songs all the time. But as a kid, like, you don't know what they're talking about. So in a way, like, for me to understand that energy, you know, understand the messages that come to it, and so I know what they were talking about back then, helps me connect it to, you know, what, you know, is going on now. Like, you don't, you know, when you listen to music, you don't think about the songs. We can sing the lyrics and stuff, but, you know, very rarely do people actually sit and listen to what the song is about, what they're saying, and more importantly, like, why, what was they going through to sing this song? But yeah, so of course I thank you guys for tuning in with me, and always sending love and light out to you all. I hope, you know, everyone, you know, enjoys their day, and, you know, just believe in yourself. Whatever you want, you can get it. You know, it's time to step out of being afraid of our own power. You know, or, you know, the energy of, you know, giving it away. So dang, I'm mad I can't remember that other song. What was it? Because every time I get a song, I always try to, you know, Google the artist and see what, you know, I look at their placements to see, you know, like, how is it correlating to the energy that we're currently in. Damn, what is that Marvin Gaye song? Now that I'm talking about Marvin Gaye and I'm looking at the planets, you know, it's saying, you know, because he's an Aries, and Chiron is an Aries, which is, you know, the wounded healer, and sexual healing just came up, but that wasn't the song. It was Distant Lover, but now sexual healing is coming through. Damn. I don't know. If I remember, I'll link it down. All right. But as always, let's always sending love and light out to you all. I hope you guys all have a blessed and wonderful day. And I will see you guys on the next reading. All right. Later.